too big.
I told you it is too
It's
big.
not too big, it's the proper size.
It don't fit in.
The room is too small, isn't it? Look, when I buy next door and knock that wall down...
Well, why don't you buy a bigger house?
Well, when I buy next door and knock that wall down, I'll have a bigger house, won't I?
Ping pong would have been better.
Ping pong's a bloody girls' game, isn't it? Besides, I can't play ping pong.
No, you can't play snooker either.
Shut up.
Millions of TV viewers shared a secret as cameras panned round the Labour Party conference and caught two lovers holding hands.
I thought it was only us Tories had all them sex scandals.
Holding hands is not a sex scandal.
His wife spotted her husband during coverage of the conference.
I don't want to hear about your Labour Party and all its sexual goings-on. Why do you have to read everything out loud? I am trying to study the financial column here.
You can't read without moving your lips.
I don't read out loud, do I?
But you eat out loud.
Shut up.
You're probably more of a scholar than I am, Mr. Garnett. I was a late starter, you see.
Yeah.
I left school before we got round to silent reading.
I'm beginning to see why your missus finds it so hard to put up with you.
Oh, we get along all right so long as we don't see too much of each other.
Well, why do you stay together?
It's better than living with strangers. To be mayor last year, but I did not want to be mayor because...
I can still hear you! I've read that paper, I know what's in that paper, I don't want to hear it all again. I am trying to study a financial column here. I'm grappling with figures here. Can't concentrate with you going on about the Labour Party's sexual tidbits.
Hey, that's it, in the Sun.
Yeah, it's the bingo page.
That's it. Yeah, you sneer, my dear. You've got no money. You don't understand the responsibilities I have with it. It's not the Sun, my dear. Can you read? Can you read? Look. The Financial Times, the paper for people with head on their shoulders. They use them all just sticking their hat on.
With the sun inside it, open at page 3.
Oh, yes, bust 38, hips 36. Yes, they're figures to conjure with, all right.
You think that's all I got to do is look at women's chests? Having money's not as easy as you think.
No, I'm sure it's better than not having it, though.
It's because you don't understand the perplexities of it, my dear, do you? Look at the bloody bank statements, look. I have to add it up, then I have to subtract, divide, compare the bank statements and their sums with my sums and make sure they all tally. Blimey, I'm doing more sums now than I ever had to do when I was at school. Not 36, 38 women's chests. I ain't got no time for that. It's the figures I've got to deal with. Will you leave that alone? The figures I've got to deal with now is bigger than women's chests, isn't it? It's thousands and thousands of pounds. It's noughts everywhere and multiple divisions. It's not just finger stuff, you know. Will you leave that alone? It's all counting up here, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the banks tell you how much you've got, don't they?
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you. But if you don't want to get stitched up, mate, you've got to have your own books. You've got to have your own figures, see? I mean, you'd be daft to trust the bank's figures, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Leave that alone. I mean, don't matter how respectable the bank manager might look, you've got to watch them. That's what happened with that BBC iBank thing, wasn't it? I mean, that was Arabs, wasn't it? Well, you've got to be round a twist to trust your money to bloody Arabs, or any bleating foreigners for that matter. See, it's all paper, isn't it? It's all paper. Paper! And when it comes down to it, it's your paper against their paper, see? Because, I mean, you can't go down the bank and count your money each day, you know?
You can't?
No, they don't like it. I went down there and asked them. I asked the bank manager, turned quite nasty. Oh, he says... Say all our customers want to stand here and count their money. I said, what? Hello. Well, why not, I said. Why not, eh? It's their money, isn't it? I said, what about all this All this service you advertise on the television, all the friendly bank and all that cobblers. I say, as soon as someone comes in wants to count the bloody money, you turn nasty, so they can't. I mean, I said to him, I said, when Robert Maxwell, R.I.P.
Oh, God rest him.
or Rupert Murdoch, I said, when they come in your bank and ask to count their money, I bet you don't tell them they can't. Well, he said, they don't bank here, he says. I said, I can bloody well understand why, I said. I'm thinking of taking my money out too, I said. I mean, I put... Get off. I mean, I put that money in here in good faith, I said. And when I come in and I want to see it and have a count of it, like you say, I can't. I mean, what proof I've got that money still here, eh? How do I know that... I mean, some Arab, he could be riding off across the desert with it right now, with that money stuffed in the saddlebag of his camel, eh? Well, I mean, that's what happened to BBCI Bank thing, wasn't it? You get statements, he says. Oh, yeah, I said, the people have money in BBCI Bank, they got statements, mate. That's all they bloody well did get was statements, wasn't it? And while I'm talking, there's a fella comes in the bank, hands his money across the counter, right? And before he's turned his back hardly, they give it to someone else. I said, I hope you don't do that with my money, I said. He said, it's banking, he said.
Finished?
You thick Mick.
Well, you know what they say about banking, Alfie? They say it's a bit like marriage. You put it in, you take it out, and you lose interest.
It's about time I had a go at that.
I haven't finished my break.
Well, it's my table, isn't it?
Oh, he's such a big baby. It's my table.
Shut up.
Here. Don't you be bringing any more of these revolting papers into the house.
Look, I didn't bring them in here. Will you leave it? I didn't, but he brought that in here. And look, this is my half of the house, missus. If you don't like it, you can stay in your own half of the house. And if women like that didn't show themselves off like they do, people like me wouldn't have to look at them, would we? Naked asses. Look, naked. Actually, I mean, they shouldn't be allowed to show themselves off like that in newspapers.
If men like you didn't clamour to buy newspapers like this, well, they wouldn't have to show themselves off in it, would they?
And where else would they show themselves off? It's their living, isn't it? Eh? I mean, there's enough unemployed without forcing the page 3 girls to join them.
Look, I don't care where they show themselves off. If I had my way, I'd have them covered from top to toe.
What, like Arabs, you mean?
Yes, and put a mask on their face like bloody Arabs, so we wouldn't have to look at them even. And put a bloody gag in their mouths, so we wouldn't have to hear them even. Now look what you make me do. Bloody hell. Hey! Hey, mister! Can we have our ball back, please? It's a little white one under the car, I think. That's it. Bloody hell. Right. I'll take that shot again.
That was a foul shot.
What are you talking about, a foul shot? How can I play snooker with her running about behind me, dodging about there and shutting him ear all the time?
There's someone here advertising for a wardrobe just like mine.
What do you mean, just like yours?
The one you smashed.
Oh, I didn't smash it.
Oh, they describe it here. A good price will be paid and an address to write to. Mr. J. MacDonald.
Mad Mac? Mad MacDonald?
Hey?
What does he want a wardrobe for?
Put his clothes in, I suppose.
But he's off his head. He's not the full shilling. He was down the market the other day buying wardrobes. 2 he's bought. And he took a hammer and smashed a pair of them. Smashed them into pieces. Said they weren't what he was looking for. Oh, he's the one that did the robberies. With violence. Yeah. One man's still in hospital. When they put him inside, his wife sold all his furniture and emigrated to Australia. He says when he catches her, he'll swing for her. Oh, that wouldn't bother him. His favourite wardrobe. She sold his favourite wardrobe.
Are you all right, Mr. Garney? You've got a funny colour.
What's he doing out if he's so violent and dangerous?
Don't know. Good behaviour, I suppose.
Bloody ball, keep still. I've been thinking.
Not another brainwave, is it?
Thinking of going incognito.
Go where you like, you've got the money.
I'm taking underplume.
Take who you like.
I'm going underground.
Go by bus for all I care.
They'll bury me past.
Don't make a mess. I was watching that.
I want to change my name.
Oh, is this a proposal?
It's the woman that changes her name.
Oh, no, I hate the name Garnet.
I'm going to become Mr. Hollandberry. I'm going to make out I'm married to you.
Are you?
I'm going to do it with a depot.
Do it with what?
It's a sort of a naffy davit.
Is it? Well, he can keep his naffy davit to himself. He's not getting up to any of his old soldier's tricks with me, I can tell you.
Thank you for letting me have that spare room, Mr. Garnett.
That's all right. As long as you do as I say.
Has he got your spare room?
You heard what he said.
Well, that's it. I'm handing him my cards. I'm not cooking for another mouth.
Look, when a man gets thrown out of his house by a two-timing wife, it's the Christian thing to do, innit?
Oh, there's two sides to every story.
Not when he's thrown out of his own home to make way for his wife's lesbian lover. A home that he's still paying a bloody mortgage on. A decent fair court of law would have chucked the two of them out, not take it out on the innocent party. Who was that?
If any man is innocent...
All right, Mrs. Pankhurst. How would you like it if you had a husband who turned pufter, eh? And threw you out of the home so he could move his boyfriend in to live with him?
It's only me.
Well, I wouldn't marry that sort of man.
I didn't intend marrying that sort of woman.
Where did she come from?
Most men don't intend to marry the sort of woman their wives turn out to be. Who?
That thing in the spare room there.
Yeah, and most women wouldn't dream of marrying the sort of man their husbands turn out to be.
And how are you expected to know, eh? With all the lies and deceit that goes into the court, and there should be a trial period. You shouldn't have to buy a pig in the poke. She came in when you and Mrs. Hollingbury were out. Said she was a relation.
She's not a bloody relation.
Oh, he always says that, but we're like brother and sister. Closer, in fact. Well, aren't you pleased to see me?
We had a trial period.
Oh, my Bert wanted one of them, a trial period, but I said no. I said, I'm not letting any man try me out before he marries me. See, if anyone does any trying out, I said it's going to be me.
So, your missus wasn't a virgin then when you married her?
Well, of course she wasn't. You don't think I spent all that money on hotels in Brighton just to cart back a virgin, do you?
So she wasn't a lesbian in them days, then?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a sex therapist.
I had to take my Bert to one of them.
I don't know what goes on in their mind. I mean, I always knew what I wanted. I was always easy to please.
And this therapist, she said all he needs is fresh air and change.
So she wasn't keen, then?
I would always manage to talk her into it.
He can have the fresh air, I said. He can go for a walk, but he's not getting the change.
I'd be up all night some nights.
What, having your conjugals?
No, talking her into them.
This therapist said, let him come and see me on his own, without you. I said, yes, so you can become the change you think he needs.
Didn't come cheap, you know.
What?
All them hotels in Brighton, all that money for just 5 minutes of pleasure. And it wasn't all pleasure. She used to sing hymns while I did it. It's not helpful.
Of course, my Bert was a handsome man. but not as handsome as Mr. Garnett.
Hello.
Free love, they called it. What, with all them hotel bills?
What's she doing here?
I don't know.
Well, I don't want her here.
I never invited her.
Have it away with them. Go the whole hog. Give them a good test drive. Discover if you're compatible before you tie the knot. Look, I can see it all now. You know, I used to come back into the hotel room and she'd be in there with a maid. Ever so friendly, you know, on first name terms they was. Like dear this and darling that. Well, I put it down to her not being used to hotels, you know, working class girl. And that, I was being cock-holded. On my dirty weekend that I was paying through the nose for, she was having it off with the maids. Yeah, they was getting it for nothing and without the hymns. I saw her today, she was out in the high street with the thing, eh? Cow! Cow!
Johnson, unlucky in love, unhappy in life. Well, what does he expect mucking about with lesbians? My Bert never liked him. If a respectable married woman isn't good enough for him, well, he's made his bed, hasn't he, and he's got to lie in it on his own. You can't have your cake and eat it. That's what my Bert is always saying. Never mind, eh?
Look, your Bert's been dead and gone for years.
I know he has, but I see more of him now than I ever did when he was alive. He's a changed man. It's done him good up there. My Bert was always a decent man, a lazy, idle, good-for-nothing, yes, but there was no harm in him. But he didn't have the slumbering passions that burn in you, Mr. Garnett.
Get off from me!
No!
Get out of it!
You're more like Harold, poor Gwenny's husband, when he was alive. But you're more sensitive. Harold wasn't so fussy. Harold was like a stallion at stud. No time to waste picking and choosing, the nearest would do. When he died, naturally, Gwyneth was upset. But, as she said herself, at least now he's up there, I know where he is on Saturday nights. And it was Bert who told me about your good fortune. Go to him, Minnie said. He needs you now.
Get off from me.
Go to him. Oh, here I am. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I married the wrong man. You know that, don't you? You know it.
Keep off from me. Let go.
Because we sacrificed our love for the sake of others. My Bert, listen, come here.
No.
I want to tell you, Bert said to me only the other day, Minnie said, go to him. Now, he needs you. Here, what you doing there?
I sleep here.
Oh, no, I moved your things out of there, put them in the bedroom upstairs.
That's my bedroom.
But you sleep with Mr. Garnett.
I do no such thing.
Ooh, so you're unattached.
Get off! Get off!
Not you!
Get off!
Without a woman in his life, I don't believe it. But I'm pleased, because I have never wanted to be the other woman.
Look, I don't want no other woman in my life.
But you must have someone to look after you, Mr. Garnett.
I'm here. I look after Mr. Garnett.
Well, what about all that mess under there? You could write your name in it.
Here. I cleaned it yesterday.
Well, it'll be cleaned every day from now on.
Look, I don't want either of you to look after me. If I want somebody to look after me, I'll get a nurse, won't I? Somebody young and fit, a professional who can run about a bit for
A
me.
nurse? Oh, you are asking for trouble. A young girl looking after an old man what's rich. Before you know where you are, she'll be putting poison in your nightcap. I've seen it all at Eastbourne. Down there at Eastbourne, the doctors and the nurses, they have polished off all the elderly rich. They worm their way into the will, drop of arsenic in the cocoa, Another funeral, another doctor with a Rolls Royce. When you are rich and old, you've got to be very careful who you let into your will, Mr. Garnett.
I ain't got no will, because I'm not leaving any money, not for anyone.
But don't you remember our promises, you and me, and Bert and Gwyneth, how we're going to leave everything to each other?
No.
You heard about poor Gwyneth.
Oh, Golden Bennett, here we go.
She'd been taken from me. I was going to write, but I thought myself, no. I thought, this is not a thing you put in a letter. I'll wait, and I'll tell him myself. I'll break it to him gently. We were so close, all three of us.
Your sister Gwyneth died 3 years ago.
Yes, and yours was the last name she spoke.
Oh, yeah.
She said, tell him, she said, if I had anything to leave, I'd leave it all to him, just to relations, to those who love us.
You're not a bloody relation, are you? Anyway, I'm going to emigrate.
Oh, are you? Somewhere nice, I hope. I've always wanted to travel. I would like to meet foreigners, especially them blackies.
Well, there's plenty of them living around here.
Oh, no. I want to meet them in their own habitat. You know, dancing round the fire with just them little things in front. Such lovely big men.
You're thinking of emigrating,
Well,
then?
what would you do? Anyway, besides, I've been getting all these threatening letters, you see.
Who from?
From the bank, from the DSS, from the tax people. Listen, if anyone asks, you say you're me.
Well, who?
Both of you.
Both of us?
Yeah, see, nobody knows what I look like. I'm only known by name.
Oh, there's someone at the door now.
Oh, good. It's the bank manager. He's got someone with him. Look, all you've got to do is persuade him you're me.
But if he's the bank manager, he'll have seen you before. He'll know I'm not you.
That's the idea. I want him to say that you're not me.
Oh, you want him to call me a liar?
Look, I'm explained it to you once, you thick Mick. All I want him to do is to say that man is not Alf Garnett.
But that's what he will say as soon as he sees me.
But you'll have my pension book and my rent book, which proves that you are me.
Yes, but I've also got a face that proves I'm not you.
But that's our trump card, see, our anonymity. See? Nobody knows what we look like. We're what our papers say we are, because we're all of us known by our names.
But I know you by your face.
Not if I change it, you won't.
How are you going to do that? Eh? Pull a stocking over your head?
That'd be an improvement.
Look, just say you're me, all right?
A stocking would have been better.
And who are you supposed to be?
I'll say that I'm Mr. Ollenberry. Mrs. Ollenberry's husband.
You look more like my father.
You can be my husband.
You look more like his mother.
Don't answer the door. That's the thing to do. Lie low.
Well, we've got to let them in. They can hear us. They know we're here. Look, I'm letting them in. Now, if this goes wrong, I'm telling them the truth. Because it's you they're after, not us.
But don't forget, you're me. Who? Either of you.
Mr. Garnett?
I'm Mr. Garnett.
I'm Mr. Garnett.
He's
Please,
Mr. Garnett.
Mr. Garnett. We're brothers.
And sisters.
Which one of you is Mr. Alfred Garnett?
I am.
He is.
He is. We were both christened Alfred. Our mother loved that name.
Yeah, and she also called us Fred and Mike.
And Min.
Shut up. Just to clear up any ambiguity, you see.
Which one of these two placed the money in your bank? Neither. I've never seen either of them. The person who brought the money into my bank was an older man, a dumpy, squat, bald-headed little man with glasses and a moustache.
He's an imposter. We're the Garnets.
But he's the one who lives it.
You have to freeze the account. It's all there, I suppose? No, it's all been moved, drawn out in cash, placed into hundreds of small deposits, I imagine, that wouldn't have to be declared. Are you the Alf Garnett who lives here?
I am not.
Yes, that's me.
You live very well, don't you, for a man on a pension?
Well, I get the odd bit of security, you know, the odd bit of help.
That runs to a full-size snooker table and a bar, very well stocked. New telly, all this modern furniture.
He won it.
Won it.
Won it.
Quiz shows.
You say you won all this on a quiz show?
Yeah, he does all the competitions, newspaper, magazines, everything.
That must cost him a small fortune in postage.
He delivers it all himself.
He delivers it all himself.
He delivers it all. I've a bicycle.
Yeah, he won that too, lucky sod.
Who are you?
I'm
He's
her
my
husband.
father. Oh.
I'm
He's
her
my
father.
husband.
He's my fiancé.
Shut up.
Yes, I think we've seen enough.
Hey! Well, hey, they can go on investigating all they bloody well want. By the time they catch up with me, mate, I'll be broke or dead.
Yeah. Well done, Alf.
Have a drop of shampoo,
Never
eh?
worked.
Want something near me?
Yeah.
Have a little black and tan.
Hello, Mr. Garnett.